What is up? Welcome to number 28 of Gex Talk. I'm joined by my co-host,
Yes.
Eddie. As you can probably tell by the title, we'll be talking about the film Mank.
See, a funny story about this is because the title's in cursive, I thought that it was Mark.
What a silly sausage. Can you believe that? But, are we just talking about it or reviewing it?
I think we should start off with reviews and say if we like the movie or not. I thought it was extremely confusing and boring. I didn't like it.
Yeah. I'm in the middle, really. It wasn't that great. It was just...
Now,
it was
I wouldn't say
confusing at
I
parts
hate
as
it.
well. But I
I
appreciate...
felt like you had to know.
Yeah.
You had to be in the know.
Which
Like,
not many people do. Because why would they know about that? I just thought it was a weird choice as well to make a movie about.
have you seen Citizen Kane?
No, and I'd never want to see it.
Neither have I.
Because... no, because it sounds like... Why would I want to watch that? Why would...
Citizen Kane sounds more interesting than this movie.
I'd rather watch that than the movie about Citizen Kane, but I'm not jumping. I'm not trying to watch Citizen Kane ever. Sounds crap, really. But
Well-
yeah. What were you gonna say?
I think we should start talking about it now. So I wouldn't say like I hate it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I hate it or anything.
Yep.
But it was eh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I reckon it did look cool though. Like
it did.
the how they had that, you know, in old films when there's like the, I don't know what you call it. It's like grain, I guess. Like random circles
Yeah.
pop up. That was cool.
Yeah, I noticed that, but I thought that it was like a loading screen or something, and I didn't get it because I haven't watched any old film.
Yeah.
So
I liked the
about
vibe.
this, yeah,
What were you
about
saying?
this movie, film, sorry, but it was incredible. No, no, I'd say I saw a review of it which made me watch it that just said like best movie of 2020. Absolutely not.
What are you?
That goes to American Pickle, of course.
Yeah. Nah, SpongeBob. Sponge out of water. Probably best movie of all time, honestly. But yeah.
So Citizen Kane versus Sponge Out of Water.
I think most people would prefer SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane.
I noticed they kept talking about monkeys like a lot. So I'm assuming that's like a
Yeah, they
motif
said
with the messaging of the film.
Someone called. I wrote this down. The dude's name is Mankiewicz, and he called him Monkeywitz.
Yeah,
And I thought that was pretty funny.
but monkeys in this movie, there's like, I'm sure it has
yeah.
something to do with the
Okay.
messaging. So I don't care enough to know what the message is, but I know that it has something to do with monkeys.
I
So
thought
the film is
Oh, yeah.
the film should be called Mankey.
Mankey.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be able to do that because Pokemon.
Well, they just explain. Look, it's a film about monkeys that has something to do with
Mankiewicz.
Herman Wankovich.
Got him.
I did.
I thought the score was cool though.
I didn't even notice. I was too busy thinking about the monkeys.
Oh yeah. Also, I realized it said the Hollywood sign said Hollywood Land. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, back then it was.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
And also Bill Nye.
Bill Nye's in it.
Hated
I knew
that.
I knew that before that though, because I searched up the cast.
When I saw Bill Nye pop up talking about atheism, it's like that was just the cringiest thing, because I know a lot of atheists say that he won the debate with Ken Ham, but the debate with Ken Ham was more or less, well, this could be true. Yeah, but a lot of people believe this is true on both sides, and then him just saying, you're an idiot. So he got him there. But the thing is with that is that, you know, it's silly. It's Bill Nye. I lost respect for the movie when I saw that. I thought this is a boring, up their arse movie, and then Bill Nye shows up as a communist, and
I'm pretty sure Commissioner Gordon, what's his name? George.
wrong. Commissioner Gordon's name is, what is his first name?
No, I mean the actor.
Oh, which one?
Well, the main character is the actor for Commissioner Gordon. But
In what? In what?
Dark Knight.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
And he looks really
Is he?
fat.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks a lot fatter. Yeah.
No, and then I searched up and it said he gained weight. But
No.
I don't get why you would do that for Mankiewicz. I thought it was funny when there was dudes dressed up as native, what do you call them, Americans?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Oh yeah, and is a flatbush pubes?
I have no idea. I didn't know what they were talking about there either.
And then,
And-
oh yeah, yeah.
The thing with the drinking, right? That just confused me. So why did he even like leave that case there with all of it?
I mean
I
that's
ju-
apparently it happened. So
And then he just picks it up at the end and smashes it against the fireplace.
it's
And it's
just,
like, maybe we should add something like that to the movie. And he's like, oh, perhaps. He walks off, kicks something on the way out.
I thought it was cool when they're like walking into that dude's office, and the guy's calling his mum a whore.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
And what did you recognize Stanley from The Office in that? I don't know if that was actually him.
What do you mean in the advertisement?
Yeah,
bit?
there's like an interview section.
Yeah, where he's in the truck.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah,
I didn't think that was him.
it looked like him. I don't know
Oh.
if it actually is him.
I don't think it was. Because I'm pretty sure that man is still morbidly obese.
Who knows? Doesn't he have like his own TV show? Stanley.
I don't know. I remember seeing clips of him.
Morbidly obese.
Of him, like a cameo of him saying something.
Oh, in what?
What do you mean in what? Like on Instagram, it's a cameo. No,
Oh,
I mean
a
like
cameo.
an actual cameo.
Oh.
Like you hire them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I see my mistake.
Okay.
But back to what I was saying, I really like the motif of monkeys in this film
Why?
because it's funny. So like before, like when he's walking around with that girl, right, the blonde-haired one.
Yep.
She turns around and yells at a load of monkeys, and it's like nobody makes a monkey out of. I don't even know who she said. There was all these weird names. Wait, I think you're supposed to go, oh, it's him. That's how they're portraying him. And I was just like, who? Who?
I think we're too young, maybe. Maybe it's like,
Yeah, this film was made for 90-year-olds.
it's like you have to be really old to care about it.
I think it's made for like proper film buffs, like really old, not old ones, but into the old stuff.
Into the crap stuff. I said it. It's a hot take. Shitty old
Yeah.
movies.
Shitty no movies as well.
Yeah. Especially Mank.
I only saw the picture of it when it was like before it came out. It kept popping up on my Netflix suggestion, like, oh, Mank's coming out, or Mark, because I read it, and I was like, oh, cool. I thought it was going to be animated because of the picture of it, and then it wasn't. And I also thought we'd have an eye patch because of the.
Damn.
And he didn't have that either, so I was disappointed all around.
Honestly, I've changed my view to just say it's crap. I'm never gonna watch it again in my life.
Yeah, it was too long as
Why
well.
would anyone rewatch that? What even happens?
And they took-
Nothing.
Oh, I think, like, he's crying, he's whining.
Sad. Oh, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Oh no, I'm an alcoholic, and I I need to write movies and make money. Oh no, my boss is ripping off his employers. I'm gonna write a movie about a guy that becomes president, and then he doesn't. And then there's another guy who runs against him because I lost the $20,000 bet on an election.
Do they even say Citizen Kane at all in the movie? I think they do.
He goes, "You don't understand, Wells. I'm gonna write Citizen Kane."
I mean, if you didn't know what it was about...
He says this movie is gonna be the next Citizen Kane.
But yeah,
No, he doesn't. He said it's gonna be the first.
It's gonna be the first Citizen Kane. I'm telling you.
There you go.
Yeah, so... It's so crap that I don't have anything else to say about it.
True. So next week, we'll...
Next week.
Yeah, there'll be another movie, I'm assuming. If you guys like it, leave it in the comments and say, we need more movie reviews.
Yeah.
Leave suggestions. We're not going to read any of them.
We will.
I won't, because I don't have access to the account. I don't even know how many views.
Access to the account.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go and check the video itself and just read through the comments, because when I reply, they don't even know that I'm there.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's sad. But
either way, I think I don't know.
Do you know anything?
No. Do you have any movies that you'd think would be good to review?
SpongeBob.
I've already watched it. We need to pick.
What came out? Has anything come out?
Recently.
Ready Player 2, the book. The book came out.
Yeah, we'll review Ready Player 2.
The book.
No, I can't read that fast. It will take me more than a week.
I read the first one in like a week. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, I read like the first, I'd say 30 pages, and then I was like...
I got it in a loot crate.
I'd say, no, this book is not for me.
Yeah, he like gets a masturbating system. It's really weird.
I don't even think I got to that.
Yeah,
I think the
like
bit I got
halfway.
to... And there's like, right at the start, there's 2 pages of him just ranting about atheism.
It was pretty cringe. Yeah, there's like a part in the middle where he's like, oh, I'm gonna get this contraption where I put it on my whole suit, my whole body. And then he starts getting jacked off. So weird.
Right.
It's a horny book.
Yeah. Those creative people. I have a theory, right? Because they're not writing it all at once, right?
They're in their bed.
I have a feeling, right, that when they're writing something, it depends on what mood they're in that it comes through, and then they check over it afterwards. So, like, the reason why there's sex scenes and everything, because the writers get horny while they're writing.
I mean, I would, if I was in their position.
Well, hopefully not, because you're writing the, well, me and you are writing the...
Oh, yeah.
So, don't expect anything like that in whatever that movie's going to... It's going to be called Citizen Kane 2.
They should make a Citizen Kane 2. What do you mean? Isn't Citizen Kane only good because people are like, oh, the transitions. So the first time they did it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like critically acclaimed.
Oh.
Regarded as one of the best films ever.
Well, it's crap and I hate it. So
we haven't even seen it.
I don't want to see it. So what?
After Mank, I don't want to see it.
Ruined it. Okay. Well, I guess what would you give Mank out of 10?
I was thinking about this.
Well, what's your rating system?
I'd normally go out of 5, but then I do halves, but that equals out of 10.
There's no point because it's just 10 anyway. But then you could also
say, shut up. Why would you even ask me then? I was going to say alright.
You could say you could do it out of 20, but that would be the same thing.
You can do it out of 20, but you have to do it in 2s.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, you know how, like, what's his name, Jeremy Johns? He's like, no alcohol required. Or no assembly required. You know, something like that. Something quirky.
Oh yeah. Alright, so I'll come up with a quirky line for it.
What?
So I give it a 2. It was alright. I
Out
like
of
the
5
monkeys.
or 10?
A 2 out. Oh wait, sorry, a 4 out of 10 then.
Oh,
4
okay.
out of 10. No, a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
And my review would read, like the monkeys, add more.
Fair enough. I would actually give it a -4. My review would say not enough sex, I guess. More jokes, more action. Yeah.
That's
about
another thing. I know that this is like a me problem, right? But I didn't get invested in that movie at all. I didn't care one bit what happened to any of the characters.
Why is that a you problem?
Because, like, I'm not trying to say they didn't write it so that you could be invested in the characters. I'm saying that I was not invested in the characters at all.
I didn't care either.
Yeah.
What did they do to make me care?
I don't know. It's just I like to preference with that because I said that I don't care about any of the characters in Watchmen, the HBO series,
Yeah.
and this guy made this full like a response that I would make. It's like, well, actually, the directors did this, and this to make you care about the characters. And then I was like, I just don't.
Well, I can't think of anything they did. I guess he wasn't even that good of a dude. The main character.
No, he wasn't a good dude at all. He didn't do any. Oh, I guess he saved all those people
Oh yeah.
in Germany, but it's like,
You don't
I
see him do it.
yeah, show us him doing it. Otherwise, he didn't.
Yeah, the cams weren't on. Yeah, I didn't care about
And then the logic behind letting him drink or whatever that allowed him to write, I guess that's what they were going for because they let him drink and then he finished it. But
That's the message.
it's like, yeah, drink alcohol and something to do with monkeys.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't even care about that dude who killed himself.
yeah, he only showed up in like 3 scenes before that.
Yeah.
I know he was in the.
Yeah, and you could tell he was gonna kill himself somehow because he's like, yeah, I'll just give you the bullets, bro. I'll keep the gun. They're silly sausages, honestly.
It was the 40s. It's a different time.
Different time. They didn't.
It wasn't actually. It was 34 then. That's when that bit was
they're
set.
talking about Hitler and all that.
Yeah, but the thing, he would still be around in 40 as well.
Yeah.
But the thing I noticed with that character was he showed up in the introduction, right? And I don't even think he spoke. I think they just said, "And this is our jack of all trades, Shelley." And then he showed up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad I finally get to direct this propaganda piece with fake interviews." And then the next bit was, I think the next scene was, "I'm really down," and then the next scene was, "Here, have these bullets," and that was it. So it was in like 4 scenes in the movie.
Yeah, and no one would care if he killed himself, because why would we? Oh, I guess because he has
Oh,
Parkinson's.
and you know what really annoyed me? When his friend went missing, when the English woman's husband went missing, he's like, "Oh, to be the smartest person in the room."
I don't even remember him going missing. Wait, what part are you talking about?
No, so the wife, the English woman, right? That's
Yeah.
helping him write it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
Her husband goes missing in the war,
yeah.
and at the start of it, he's like, "Oh, we better pray for him because this, and this, and these engines don't work all that great, and all this stuff." And then she's like, "What are you doing?" And then later on, when her husband goes missing, he's like, "Oh well, to be the smartest person in the room."
And then doesn't he? He gets
Awful
found, doesn't he?
Yeah, at the end, and then he's like,
Rejoice.
"That's it."
Yay. Yeah. So, damn. So Monkey Wits, Flatbush, Stanley. That's all that happens in the movie of note. I said blinds.
blinds.
Yeah, there are a lot of blinds in the movie.
Blind people.
No.
Oh, you mean the movie?
Yeah, it's a genre convention. Learn that in film class.
But I bet they didn't teach you about monkeys, did they?
No.
You should tell them that. You should say, miss, I watched Mank, and they've got a lot of monkeys in it. I think the monkeys are... I guess maybe... this is the only thing I can think of just off the top of my head. They keep calling him a cult gesture.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it's like Dance Monkey Dance or something.
I think you're reading into the monkeys a bit much.
They showed it so many times. So when he's leaving, the guy tells a full story, like with a message to him about a monkey. I'm not reading into it too much. No, so right, he does his speech, right? He goes, I'm gonna make this movie, it's gonna be Citizen Kane 1. And then he throws up, and the other guy's like, guess what, genius? This guy pays half your salary. I'm so done with you. And he leaves.
That was like near the end?
That was right at the end.
Yeah.
And then the other guy goes, let me tell you a story about the organ grinder's monkey. And then he tells him this full story about how the monkey has to be dressed up and dance. And I guess it probably just said the message there, that he has to get dressed up and dance, and that, every time he doesn't want to dance, but he knows that the other people, he won't get fed if he doesn't, and then the other one will die.
It's like that Simpsons thing.
Yeah. But then he also says that whenever he dances, the organ grinder has to play, or whatever. Has to play along to it to get money given to him.
Sounds gay.
Monk review.
Mank.
Didn't look it, but it is gay.
Didn't watch. Sounds crap. Trailer was crap.
Yeah, I was disappointed. Alright, that's enough of that.
Wait,
Mank,
last
man.
thing.
Oh,
I wrote down. It would be an annoying job to be that girl who was writing down what he said.
I don't know. There are people like that in cults as well that do it in shorthand, so they have to learn like a whole different language. And I think if you've just got the skill for it, I'm sure there's a lot of talent and training in it. But you just get used to it eventually. I mean, they've got like old women doing it in cults.
True. Wouldn't be fun though.
And even better than in cults, she could have just said, "Sorry, what was that?" And then he'd just say it again.
True.
So I think that point's
You could scream
lame.
at him, speak up. Speak up!
Huh?
What did you say? Damn.
And whenever he said a bad idea, I'm not too sure about that.
You can do more.
You can do better than that.
Yeah, that's about it for Mank. Is that so? My review, -4. It was crap. Your review?
It was free. It was a free movie. It had everything going for it, but it was uninteresting. I like the monkeys.
Do you reckon there's gonna be like
Mank 2.
Mank 2? No, like Instagram film pages making
Oh, there already is. That's why.
10 slide posts saying, I love this movie because David Fincher made it and he made other movies that I like. So,
I will say this, that Driver Irony, an account I follow, that's why I got the idea to watch it, because he reviewed it on his story and just said best movie of 2020.
Oh.
So,
Well,
and he was already posting about it before it came out, and apparently David Fincher has a 4-picture deal with Netflix.
No.
So
Well, hopefully the other ones don't suck.
yeah, so we're gonna watch all of them and
then make a supercut of our reviews.
yeah, and see if our opinion on David Fincher changes over time.
Yeah. You know, I wonder, do you
Okay.
reckon most people, like, they hear about an artsy movie and they watch it, but when they're watching it, they don't actually like it?
I think a
But
lot of the
then-
time that's true.
They then just go and review it and they say they love it, even though they don't understand it or are entertained by it.
No, I don't think any actual critic is entertained by any movie. I don't think you can. Well, maybe you can, but I feel like they like have a checklist of they use this and this and this. Oh, and then there was this
Yeah.
like feature and like an English class.
Maybe they gotta
But instead they're just checking it out.
They should redo the good film checklist.
Shouldn't even be a
Yeah,
checklist. They should just
do
be
you
like,
like it?
I enjoyed this. Yeah.
Do you find it entertaining? No. Fuck off. Yes. That's good. Make more.
Have you seen Daredevil 2003?
No. I've seen
Don't.
the scene where he's on the seat. I mean, not the seat.
No, the seesaw.
Seesaw.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that, like, you know that Catwoman scene where she plays basketball?
In Catwoman.
Yeah.
No, that was around the same time. I only watched the end. Didn't she like kill some woman that looks
I don't
like
know.
Pink?
All I've done is watch that basketball scene.
Oh.
I aspire to be a filmmaker like that.
I didn't realise there was a movie I watched on Netflix, right? I can't remember what it was called. And it was some rom-com about a guy that tries to sue a dating app because it guarantees you'll find love. And he's like, I've been on the exact number of dates they assured to find love, and I have not. And then he falls in love with the lawyer.
Oh my god.
And we should have reviewed that instead. It was a better movie,
What's that called?
I can't remember. But oh yeah, Love Guaranteed. Duh. And I looked it up afterwards, and I was shocked to find out that the director was the same one from Daredevil 2003.
I'm surprised he still makes movies. Did you see what else he
Yeah.
made?
Elektra.
Oh.
And I think he worked on. I don't think he directed Ghost Rider. I think he produced it.
Have you seen Elektra?
I have seen Elektra. That movie.
worse?
That's not even bad. I'd say it's not as bad as Daredevil 2003. I would say I've never taken drugs, but that is the closest experience I've had to what people would describe as being on drugs, or specifically hallucinogens, where you just don't understand what's going on.
No.
Because I know all the characters and I know why they were doing what they were doing. I just couldn't put it all together, you know? So I had it there logically, just didn't feel right in my soul. I just knew it wasn't right.
Elektra. So you'd rather watch Elektra?
I would rather watch Elektra than Daredevil 2003. Daredevil 2003 was so bad of a film.
Is it just boring or?
He's boring.
No. I hate when
Painful.
boring movies. The only good movie I've ever seen is Swiss Army Man. That was not boring at all. Farts every 10 seconds. And that's the way it should be.
But Swiss Army Man was not a good film.
I beg to differ. You know, let's agree to disagree.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree
I'm
on
sure the
LGBT movie.
I'm sure film Instagram has my back on this one, so I should
They're
be
too
right.
busy watching Drive.
Drive. I've never actually seen Drive.
I've seen Drive, although I think I watched it when I was too young because I didn't understand what was going on and I can't remember any of it
Oh.
except for the start.
I haven't watched a lot of film people movies. I haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
Neither have I.
What other gay film movies are there? that everyone's
Talking
like,
about-
oh, I want to watch this film so good.
I watched Midnight Cowboy when I was like really young, way too young to watch it, and I thought that it was a good movie. And now looking back on it,
No.
I've changed my opinion because it's clearly a homosexual movie. But
Damn.
see, but you have to understand with that there was a scene in it specifically that I thought was supposed to be funny.
What?
So have you seen Midnight Cowboy?
No.
So Dustin Hoffman is John Voight's pimp. So he's pimping him out on the streets. And there's a scene where
Oh, wait,
Dustin
is that-
Hoffman...
No. Did you say?
Yeah, it's the I'm walking here.
Yeah.
That's probably why I liked it so much. But the thing with that was the only bit that people say that makes it a gay movie, because I guess he does, but he's a prostitute, so I mean that's gonna happen.
It's in the LGBT section of Netflix.
It's on the LGBT section of Stan.
Oh.
But the director turned out to be a homosexual, and I think he said that, I'm not sure, because at the time he said it wasn't, but there's a scene where Dustin Hoffman is daydreaming about John Voight's character and him on the beach, and I thought that was like supposed to be a funny part, but the movie's not supposed to be funny at all.
No.
So I guess the moral of the story is even young me had that mentality of when something's obviously wrong and disgusting, it's funny.
Damn. Have you seen?
I think if you watched it, you'd find that scene funny.
Oh, well, I will never watch it, so.
A homophobe.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Matrix?
Have you ever seen Blue is the Warmest Colour?
It's my favourite movie ever.
Sweet Army Man and Blue is the Warmest Colour.
You guys should go check out my Blue is the Warmest Colour review on Letterboxd. It's a really good review. I recommend the movie to anyone. You can get it for free on one particular site. You can just watch the good parts there. You can basically just watch a few select scenes and you get the idea. It's a beautiful movie.
Back to the Matrix though.
I've
I watched
never
like
seen
the first. I watched the first part and then I stopped.
The first part, or do you mean the first
The
movie?
the first scene,
Oh,
and then of the first movie, and then I was like, nah.
well, fair enough. I've never seen it. Doesn't interest me at all. Looks crap.
Yeah.
Looks crap.
Yeah, I
fucking hate it.
think that that's just the thing that people from you have to be around at the time to enjoy it.
Yeah, probably.
Matrix 4 is coming out next year.
I couldn't care less.
We're gonna have to review it.
Yeah.
I'm
Not seeing
worried
any
about
of the previous
HBO
one.
Max thing. Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think,
worried about the HBO Max thing.
I don't think
because-
that would affect as much in Australia. Because
Yeah,
wouldn't
not
they
in Australia
wouldn't they just
yet.
go to theatre? Aren't they only in theatres in Australia?
Yeah,
Like
But
the
the thing
American
is-
Pickle?
that is a major market that they're skipping, right?
Yeah.
But here's the issue. The thing is, in America, there was a Supreme Court ruling when it comes to cinemas that production companies can't start up their own cinemas and then like give themselves better deals for showing it and overcharge other ones to be anti-competitive with showing movies. Because there used to be like Disney cinemas and Warner Brothers cinemas and Universal cinemas, and it of course that stops anybody else from starting a cinema.
Yeah.
Because that also gives them full control over prices and stuff like that. But now the same thing's happening with streaming, and I think not right now because they're still showing it to cinemas over in the US, but
Yeah.
nobody's gonna be like, do I pay $13 a month and watch this at home, or do I go to the movies over there are really expensive as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, even in other parts of Australia here, it's expensive.
yeah.
Locally, it's cheap as chips for us.
In Queensland, Cineplex in Southeast. Oh, I think they might be getting too specific.
Who cares?
But right, Southeast Queensland. I think they're even up north as well. But
yeah,
Cineplex
yeah.
is the best cinema chain in the world. There's no doubt about it.
How much? It's like how much for a ticket is it? 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, they did up their prices for Disney movies, which was a bit.
Yeah.
But it's only like $9 max for a ticket if you're like a full adult and you're going to a Disney movie. Other than that, it's like $8 or $7.50 something.
What's that in American? That'd be like 5 or
Yeah, it's something really cheap, cheap as
Yeah.
chips.
The only thing that
Um,
costs a lot is food, and even that, it's not that expensive.
Yeah, the food in there costs a lot, but not the drinks. The drinks, I think you're getting a good deal.
Yeah.
Are you?
Well,
Yeah.
well, not compared to like a
Buying
slushy.
the bottle.
A slushy. If you buy a slushy
Oh,
there, it's gonna cost way more than
I
at,
just
like
meant the soft
KFC.
drinks.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't buy it individually. I get a combo.
Nah.
But yeah, I don't see why
Right.
locally anyone would choose to see it at home.
I'm worried about COVID though, because I'm pretty sure it's a franchise. I'm not 100% no.
Well, it
Because
must be, 'cause there's
I remember in primary school somebody said that, like a teacher aide or something said they knew the one that owned, they knew the person that owned the one near us, which would imply it's a franchise.
yeah.
But if that shuts down, that's like, I'm not gonna say where it is, but that whole like shopping district is like built around it really.
Yeah, if that shuts
And
down, I would probably only see the best
one movie a
movies.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because but with COVID, that's kind of the thing. Hopefully, I mean, it's not an essential thing. I'm gonna be honest, but
It's not. It's essential for me.
to that area, right? It's completely essential because I didn't notice, but if you go in there, there are like offices built
Yeah, on top.
above the section, and I was blown away because some of them don't have curtains.
There's
and-
like some random store in the next to the arcade for some reason that no one ever is in. Do you know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
that's right. That's right. There's a real estate thing there.
Yeah. But maybe they should
Is that
expand to
open?
all over Australia.
I don't think they could do that right now,
Yeah, not now.
and I don't think that they could.
I wonder why they
before
are
as
so
well,
cheap,
'cause they
though.
would. I think I know why. I might be wrong.
Why?
I think they might like
Be in
we
the
sell our
crime
movies
family.
cheap, we get more people in, and then they sell their advertisements for more.
They must have made a lot when Avengers came out.
Oh, they definitely do. Avengers, Star Wars,
Yeah.
Joker.
There's a huge line for Avengers. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was the. Oh, I'm not trying to diss them here, but when it comes to going to the movies with my family, this is a complete personal story here, so don't tell any of them.
Don't
But
tell them.
they mismanage and don't plan at all, and I feel like
What,
I'm not
your
slighting
family
you.
or Cineplex?
Yeah. No, my family.
Okay, yeah.
So like we go to see Avengers Endgame and nobody's lining up at the thing because they've gone all the way to the cinema at the end of the aisle, and we think, oh, there's nobody lining up, so we're gonna go off and do something else. And I was like, I'm not sure we should do that.
No.
And then when we went to see Aquaman, they all got drunk beforehand, and then they can't remember the film, and they were yelling in the cinema.
That would not be fun.
No, it would not. But the only funny part was Willem Dafoe in that movie looked a lot like my auntie. So
what about the Pitbull
but
song?
I can't even joke about it because they don't remember it. And then they drove home afterwards.
What? Damn. That. Shit. I had a good experience with Aquaman. I always see a movie with my friends, and then after it, and then after it, I like it and they hate it.
No, the only movies I've seen with friends are Avengers: Infinity War, which I saw with. I'm not going to say that actually, because I'm not going to. Then the other movies I saw with friends were, of course, American Pickle, and I saw the Lego Movie with friends and their mum. And that's it as far as I can remember.
Damn.
So that's my whole life.
3 films. We'll do it more then. There's nothing good at the moment.
Oh well.
though.
Exactly, that's the thing. I mean, I'm ready to become a person, a real boy, and the world shuts down on me.
Well, next year there's a lot of good Warner Bros. Films.
Yeah, that's true.
Suicide
I want to see King Kong vs Godzilla.
That would be cool in theaters. I don't get why you would want to watch that at home.
Yeah,
That would suck.
true that.
What else is coming out? There's Suicide Squad. There's a Mortal Kombat movie. I don't think
Have
I'll be
you
able to
seen-
see that though. I'm not old enough.
Have you seen Kong Skull Island?
Yeah, I saw it at the drive-in. It's pretty cool.
I saw that in cinemas. Do you remember Brie Larson being in that movie?
No, is she in it?
I
Well, I wasn't
yeah, I
aware
was
of
watching
her at
the
the
courtroom
time.
video. Yeah, neither was I, but I don't remember her at all. I thought it was like Elizabeth Banks or something,
Oh.
and Tom Hiddleston.
Oh yeah, she is in it.
Yeah, I didn't remember that at all.
Oh,
She was good in the room.
in the room.
Yeah,
Oh, the A24.
yeah.
Okay, what else? What is coming out next year? Wonder Woman. That should be alright.
And that comes out December 26th.
Oh yeah. Oh, Space Jam. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that will be cool.
The Conjuring. What?
Now you've already released it.
Hey. There's the KKK movie.
What, the Black Klansman?
Yeah, why does that come up when I searched up next year movies?
Oh.
All HBO Max movies 2020.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Oh, Tom and Jerry. Yay. Dune.
I do think that in America they would have released American Pickle to the cinemas as well instead of just putting it on HBO Max if it wasn't for COVID. Although I don't know, they might have announced that before COVID.
That's
Maybe
not
they
a-
already planned it.
That's not a very
Cinema film.
yeah.
There was one scene in it that I thought was very cinema-y, and that's when the Cossacks or whatever attack at the start, and it has like the sky moving. That was great. I love that movie.
That's a core memory when that happens, and then Alex like reached out to the screen and screamed. I just thought that was really funny.
I liked it because the big fat guy in front of us. I said it was Seth Rogen.
That was a good movie. I recommend anyone to watch that.
Yeah, yeah, that was a really good movie.
Critics didn't like that
Oh.
though. Did they?
Well, critics can shove it.
Yeah, if they like bloody... What is it? What is the movie called again? Mark.
America. Oh, yeah, they like Mank.
Mank.
They like Mark. They like Mark.
You can't trust them. Okay. What are they?
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes are probably like, oh, David Fincher's dick.
David Finch knocks it out of the park again. Another amazing movie, just like Fight Club.
Fight Club's good.
I haven't seen Fight Club. I haven't seen it.
Oh, brilliantly performs. Where? No one cares.
You know what's good in like I'm not sure if David Finch made this. I say I'm not sure, but I know for a fact that he didn't, because of course he didn't. But there's this movie that was from like the 80s or something. I saw on Channel 9 the other month, maybe even a year ago now, called Carbon Copy. It's about a rich guy who has a black son that he has to take in. And the guy's... Oh, it's Denzel Washington when he's young. And he's like... Oh, and his wife leaves him because he has a black son. So she's all like...
What?
She's like, I'm going to take him in and he's going to be like a son when they think they're fostering him. And then he's like, oh, well, he's actually my biological son. And she's like, how dare you lay with me? And then she calls the priest and stuff. And the priest is like, you really should apologise to her. Because it was
that was
before...
on TV.
Yeah. I want to watch that movie again. That was good.
Carbon Copy. Looks great.
And then he I don't want to spoil it too much, but he's like a rich guy. And then when he takes in this black kid, well, not kid, like a full-grown adult Denzel Washington, that looks nothing like him, so it's not a carbon copy.
Damn. It's a good poster.
What's the poster? I haven't
There's a
seen
quote
it.
which says, I lost my job, my house, my Rolls Royce, my family left me. What else can possibly go wrong? And then it's Denzel Washington with his hand out saying, hi, Dad.
That's not actually true to the movie, because he actually loses that all for accepting his son. And then he like has to dig horse like poo or something.
Doesn't something like that happen in Happy Gilmore? I haven't seen that in ages.
Neither have I. It got taken off on Netflix, but Click got added back, so maybe Happy Gilmore's back on Netflix. I wanted to watch that again the other day, but
Happy
wasn't
Gilmore.
there.
Is that... Wait, no. I'm thinking of... What's the... Oh, Billy Madison.
You're thinking Billy Madison. Oh, I watched that the other day. That's really good. It holds up.
Yeah, is that... I don't know. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore before. Is that about...
Happy Gilmore's
is that
really
about
good. I
golf?
like him more than Billy Madison. Yeah, it's about this guy who... So where's the poster? That you're... Oh, I don't know. I'm not having the
I
same
just
one.
searched up carbon copy 80s.
What did it get?
It's like
It
47.
only got 42% on Rotten Tomatoes.
42%. The quarter.
It's a must watch. This movie is awesome. There are many people who will pick it apart and miss the message, but ultimately it's relevant today. That the fact that Donald Dump, our current American disappointment. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. But
What do you reckon the quartering thinks of the Game Awards presenter?
he said that he loves Brie Larson.
The quartering's so cringe.
I don't think he is. I think that when it comes to stuff like that, he has to cover it. It's his living.
Yeah.
And then when people are like, "Oh, he's covering Brie Larson again," you should get a restraining order. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen on Twitter. Of course, he's going to make videos about Brie Larson. That's what brings him the bank. If anyone thinks that he legitimately hates Brie Larson, he doesn't. It's clear in the way he talks about her. In fact, he defends her and says that she is a real gamer in that video.
Brie Larson is a real gamer.
But no, because he's like, yeah, well, no, he says that she thinks that he thinks that she's going to be there to announce the Metroid Fortnite skin that's going to be based after her.
What? Wouldn't they... yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know, it might be because they announced
Why
God
would
of
they-
War.
Yeah, but why would they make a Fortnite skin based on someone... Well, based on Brie Larson, who hasn't...
She said she wanted to
I
play
know
Metroid,
she wants to
but
play
they're not making it.
Samus, but they're not making it.
Yeah, they're not going to make a movie, so I guess that's another way they could get around it. She's a big name. I mean, her YouTube channel's not doing too well, but
She have a YouTube
I mean, it's
channel.
doing better now, but
Hey,
not as good as it should.
Brie Larson called out. Oh my gosh.
No, Brie Larson's not that bad.
Yeah,
I think
don't
that
care at all.
I watched the charisma video on her, like charisma on command or whatever, where it said that when she's being sarcastic, if she is, it's really hard to tell because she doesn't change her voice, tone, or facial structure to indicate that she's being
Facial
sarcastic.
structure.
Oh,
She
sorry.
molds her face.
Facial expression. I meant to say expression. Shut up, bro. Unbelievable. I slip up once.
I just thought it'd be funny if someone remolded their face.
A lot of them in Hollywood do.
Yeah. Brie Larson is fake news.
Also, Transpocalypse Now is still gone,
Oh yeah.
which is a surprise because if he was still around, this Elliot Page stuff, he'd be making videos about it, like a lot. But he isn't, which makes me think he might seriously be dead. The Mossad might have killed him.
Damn.
Or maybe he just gave up, because even with the last account, he said that he wished nobody would find it so he can keep... He was a weird guy, because he'd say, like, oh, I don't care about anyone else. I don't want to enlighten them. I'm just trying to prove that I'm right.
I don't want to
And
lie
stuff
to
like
them.
that. Yeah, because he's like, oh, well, most people are just blind to it, and they're dumb, and you can't help them.
Did you
And
Oh wait, yeah.
Did I what?
Watch Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I did. That was crap.
Oh.
Did
Why?
you like it?
Didn't watch it.
Oh. A lot of people didn't actually watch it.
Yeah,
And
it doesn't look
I remember
interesting.
it wasn't.
I don't even care
would
about
Eternals.
Nick Fury. I only care about Eternals.
Days.
Eternals is the only movie. Actually, Yeah, that was weird. In my feed, it popped up the other day that it was like Brie Larson playing Nintendo games by the Nintendo channel. So I guess that could happen.
Oh yeah, she was in an ad for Fortnite on the Switch.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So, I mean,
Who knows? If it
But that's
happens,
the
I
thing.
don't care either way. So
yeah, but I think that saying that Quartering hates Brie Larson or is obsessed with her, he'll even
his
joke that he's
job's
obsessed with.
her.
Yeah. He even jokes that he loves her and that she's his queen.
I don't even know if he cares about anything.
Yeah, that man, he's lost it. He literally pissed on stream into a hole in his floor.
What?
I saw it on the H3H3 thing where he's like, my wife's gone out to pizza without me, so if I don't win this game of Fall Guys, there's a drain in the floor of the basement. I might just go and piss there if I don't win.
That's fair enough.
If I win, I'll go up to the... And Ethan Klein, like, dogging on him for that. I think that's like...
Yeah, that's just
I'm a
joke.
weirdo, right? That's a Chad move. I think that his wife would have a newfound respect for him if he did that.
It's kind of like, yeah, that's a cool. I respect
It's
him
not
for
like
that.
he hit her or anything.
If he just pisses on the floor into a drain, cool.
Yeah. Especially H3H3, man, he sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing where, like, you know when Logan Paul was in Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
It's kind of like that.
No, because he was like, I don't know. He was like, why is he so annoying to Japanese people? But then he doesn't care when like Filthy Frank does it.
But then it came into racial politics and people were like, but Filthy Frank is half Japanese, so he's allowed to annoy people in the street.
He's allowed to.
It's his right as a half Japanese person to annoy people trying to get to work in the street.
But I mean, I didn't mind Filthy Frank doing it, so by extension, I shouldn't mind Logan Paul doing it. No,
Yeah,
I don't care
that's
at
the-
all. 'Cause I
That's
mean,
the kind of thing.
it's just
Like,
a
these
minor
people,
inconvenience. Who cares?
yeah, they get knocked back. Like they have to stop when he crosses the road, and he stands there for a bit too long to throw a soft plush Pokeball at their car.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's like it's not.
Their life
actually
is
gonna
ruined.
matter.
Are his victims gonna come out against him?
They make
Yeah,
videos.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm
That
gonna
was
do an
harass.
Asian voice and say, "I was trying to get to work. I'm not gonna."
You still did it.
I know. I found it funny. I couldn't resist.
One of my teachers did that. It was really funny. He was talking about sweatshops, and then he did like a Chinese voice. He's a woodwork teacher,
reminds
though,
me
so
of-
it's all good.
It reminds me of when everyone was saying that Kim Jong Un was dead, and Alex Jones did a reaction to his first speech afterwards. And while Kim Jong Un was talking, he just goes,
What is he on? Just his website now?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and radio,
Radio.
but not as many radio stations as he used to be on.
How? What? Like what radio?
He has like his own channels.
Oh, in America, you
used
could
to
be in the car, you turn on the
Yeah.
radio. and
He
Alex
used to
Jones
make
is
like
talking.
$10 million a year.
So he has like his anti-beta juice, doesn't he? Does he still make
Yeah.
that? What?
Yeah.
What even is that? You can become an alpha male by having these drops.
Look, I know a lot of people in the pharmacy industry. I get super male vitality for.
Shit. I respect it.
Yeah,
man.
no, he upcharges like way too much. He's a con artist, but
It's just
I
water in
don't
a
think he
bottle.
believes what he says. Although a lot of the stuff he said back when he was, there's a theory, right, that I think Turkey Tom said. Turkey Tom is the only YouTube drama channel that I think is at least somewhat like a legitimate person, because there was like a few months back, it was leaked, years back now, that it was leaked that in Discord messages with his friends, he'd say the N-word. And then
What?
Nicholas Diorio was like, "Oh yeah, Turkey Tom's an idiot. I told him when you get big, you can't say the N-word, but he just didn't listen. He kept saying the N-word in private. I mean, that guy's such a dog. He's just an idiot. But I guess you guys shouldn't hate on him so much. But if you choose to, I completely understand. I hate Nicholas Diorio. He's the worst.
Diorio.
Nick, if I saw any content creator
Sound
in
like
person,
you just said it.
What?
Just sound like you're about to say the N-word.
Oh no! If I saw any content creator in person, the two I would dislike the most to see is Nicholas Diorio and Shadman.
Chadman.
No, Shadman, the guy who draws all those children on
Oh.
Twitter.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. Is he
And Turkey,
a YouTuber though, or is he just a Twitter man?
he's a Twitter and Tumblr person.
Imagine
people
using
defend-
Tumblr.
I'm not sure if he does anymore. I think he also had his own website, but he's a weird guy. He's just a freak. And he said that he'd only stop drawing kids in that manner because he had too much to lose economically, and that he was playing like he's the victim.
Oh, guys, I'm the victim. I didn't choose to draw the children.
Yeah, he literally fled his home country, or at least he says he did, because he was listed as a menace to society when his university found out he drew pictures of children.
I don't get how that's legal. Anyway,
It isn't legal. That's why I think there's still an active warrant for him, or like a fine he has to pay or something.
isn't it like in any sort of hentai illegal in Australia now? Was that real?
That was not law. That was in practice. The border enforcement, because I did look it up. I wanted to see if it was real. In practice, the border security, if they see anime being shipped into Australia or hentai, they'll chuck it in the bin.
Anime as well.
No, I meant to say
Oh, okay.
hentai, but
Who actually buys hentai? That's fucked.
there are weird people out there. But if you actually already have a look, under that definition, not all hentai, but a lot of it, especially when it draws them with features that are clearly of a younger person under 16,
Yeah.
then it's already illegal in like every state, I think.
Should be. I don't get how anyone justifies that. It's like, why would you choose to die on that hill
I think
of wanting?
that's kind of the thing. A lot of people argue that, oh, well, in some countries it's 18, in other countries it's 16, so it doesn't matter. But if you actually have a look statistically, there's very good reason to believe that divorce rates and, of course, family structure and mental health decline after, like,
Lolly hentai.
less after 16 than before 16.
Fair enough.
Although that study also compared it with people that were, like, they didn't consent, or no, they
Didn't
worded it
consent.
so that it wasn't a legal thing.
To divorce.
It was like they agreed to. So like it compared the ones that were raped and the ones that gave consent before they were legally able to. Not gave consent,
Well, I
but
thought
you
were
know.
talking about divorcing.
No, afterwards. That's what happened, because their rates of divorce and relationships in the future suffered because of them, having premarital.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, not even premarital, just having intercourse before that age. And that's why that's the law. I imagine so. Or I guess it's just like a thing that's inherent to people, or at least it should be, that people under that age, they shouldn't be doing that. And I think people are losing sight of that now. But you shouldn't. It's wrong. And it's inherent to human nature, and we see that in the statistics as well.
Well, it has been an hour.
I didn't even get to talk about that streamer from Russia.
Well, we have next week.
Yeah, okay.
We actually weren't bad today as well. That was surprising.
No, it's a good one.
I do actually have to go now though.
Alright,
So,
buenas noches.
Yeah, see ya. Thank y'all for watching. Gex Talk
Goodbye,
28.
goodbye.